Alright, I really don't like 2 videos in one day, but it is late at night, and I am totally fanboying out right now because we got the trailer for Bond 24! The first shot of the trailer is this. It's an interesting shot of the old MI6 building. It just shows you about the impact that Silva's actions in Skyfall had on MI6 and the rest of London. Which I think is going to be interesting because we get the Whitehall shit back, like we get the old classic M office, but I heard that the climax of this movie is going to take place in the old MI6 building, so I'm excited to see how they use that in this movie. Then during that, you kind of get a Moneypenny voiceover. She's like, forensics finally released this, and Bond's like, what is it? And she's like, it's personal effects from Skyfall, and she's at his flat, and she gives it to him, and Bond's sitting on his couch, he opens the box, and there's a picture. Now this is the part of the trailer that I'm kind of mixed on. At the same, there's something that tells me it's a good thing for the movie, but it's something that tells me it's bad. And the reason is this, it's because, you know, looking at this part of the trailer where he's looking at this picture, and you just see the guardianship papers next to a picture of somebody he possibly knows, and then a burnt out picture of some kid that is probably Bond's friend, just has me wondering and be like, oh shit. Are they doing the foster brother thing with him and Blofeld? Which I hope not. I hope to God that doesn't happen but the trailer is implying that that is going to happen. However, they could just go in an opposite direction and say this is a man that Bond knew from his childhood. It was a man that Bond connected well with his son until his son, you know, did something weird. Or they could do something, this is my thought, this is my theory on this. Maybe Bond's parents are somehow linked to SPECTRE. That person in the picture was part of SPECTRE. He had Bond's parents killed in a climbing accident because they knew about SPECTRE, so he had SPECTRE assassins assassinate Bond's parents in a climbing accident, and now the boy's the head of SPECTRE. Don't know. Like I said, I'm fanboying out. I'm coming up with all these different theories. It's a dumb theory, but give me credit where credit's due. But if they don't go the foster brother route, excellent. I'm glad they didn't do that. If they do, that is definitely what this scene in the trailer is implying, and holy shit, I hope they don't do that. The thing that makes that whole scene with the picture and the guardianship papers is the fact that Moneypenny's like, you've got a secret. And you're just like, oh shit. Maybe they are foster brothers. The rest of the trailer gains my confidence because I'm like, even if the climax of the movie is a letdown because of the whole Bond and Blofeld being foster brothers thing, it's like at least the first 2 acts will be interesting. Won't make up for a messy 3rd act, but hey, at least we'll have something enjoyable to come out of this movie. And you just get the shot of the Austrian Alps and Bond like going on the river and him going into a house where then you hear a voiceover saying, I knew death always wore a familiar face, but not yours. At this point, you're just like, wait, I know this voice. Whoever this dude is, he was in Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. And then Bond kind of just turns the tides on the guys. He's just like,
I was at a meeting recently and your name came up.
I'm flattered London is still talking about it.
And for those of you who haven't seen Casino Royale or Quantum of Solace, you're just like, who the hell is this dude? He's just like, you know, yeah, London is still flattered to see me. And at that point, I was just like, wait, I know who this is. And then as you saw, we get some cool scenes of a funeral and a SPECTRE meeting. A SPECTRE meeting. Did you see all those people? That is SPECTRE, man. And then the last, like, 30 seconds are the best part of the trailer.
It wasn't MI6.
You're a kite dancing in a hurricane, Mr. Bond.
And going back to what I said, you know that guy. You're just like, wait a minute. I know your voice, but I don't holy shit, that's Mr. White! Yes, that is Mr. White, the mysterious dude in the mysterious quantum organization, the mysterious dude in the beginning of Quantum of Solace who's like being interrogated by Bond and M, and he's like, you don't even know who we are, and we have people everywhere. That is the same dude. That is Mr. White, and the trailer did a really good job doing that voiceover and building up to showing Mr. White looking like complete hell. Looks like he's been disbanded from Quantum, or Quantum is like I bet Quantum is like some branch of SPECTRE and has been disbanded. Quantum is out in the breeze. SPECTRE doesn't care about Quantum. And Mr. White is out of a job, or he's really SPECTRE, and Quantum, he wasn't working for Quantum. Bond just somehow, when he was looking for Vesper's boyfriend, she led him in the she was trying to lead him in the direction of Spectre, but he ultimately stumbled upon Quantum. Any way they go with the whole Quantum and Spectre relationship is going to be interesting. They could do it as two separate entities and be like, yeah, Quantum's a whole separate organization from Spectre. Vesper tried to lead Bond into the path of Spectre, but he stumbled upon the organization Quantum in Quantum of Solace by coincidence, and now Spectre is the real criminal organization. Or they could be like, yeah, Quantum's just a branch of Spectre. Spectre's the real hierarchy of the terrorist organization. And it looks like Mr. White is no longer a part of it, which is going to be interesting to see. And then you just see this. Now, this scene looks daunting. I'm going to play the audio so you can listen.
Welcome, James. It's been a long time. And finally, here we are.
And you know who it is, you know the voice, you know the outline of the body. It's Christoph Waltz as Oberhauser, who I still think is going to be Blofeld. And of course, the trailer keeps his face black and obscured, so you can't tell that it's Christoph Waltz, but you know because you know what Christoph Waltz looks like, and he's in a shadow, but you can tell it's him from the outline of his body. He's just like, welcome, James. It's been a long time. And here we are. And that part kind of gets me worried too, because I'm thinking, yeah, it's been a long time since you guys were children, and Bond was adopted by your father, so you're technically his foster brother. We saw the guardianship papers earlier in the trailer. Your foster brothers, come on! Like I said, I hope it doesn't resort to that. And that, my friends, is the teaser trailer for Spectre. To be honest with you, the teaser trailer kind of makes this movie look pretty ballsy. It looks like it's trying to be bigger than Skyfall, which is a big statement for a movie like this, because to me, you can't top Skyfall. Skyfall was intense, realistic, political, the most Bondish movie I think we've had to date. And it's just like, how can you top that? I got an idea. Let's get the rights to Spectre back. Let's bring in Spectre. Let's bring in Blofeld. Let's tell another part of Bond's past that hasn't been told yet on screen. And let's just make this bigger than Skyfall, because I am excited for this movie. There are a couple things that I am worried about, like the whole foster brother thing. That whole scene with the whole guardianship paper and the picture makes me worried that him and Oberhauser are foster brothers. The end, where it's like, it's been a long time, kind of makes me think the same. However, in the end, this trailer didn't show too much. There was no action in this trailer. Didn't need to show action in the trailer. It's too early to see the action of this movie. It did what it needed to do. Gave us a great tease. Gave us kind of what the premise of the movie is going to be about. That Bond, you know, gets these effects from Skyfall, and hey, he's going after this guy now. It's going to be fun. I'm definitely excited for this movie. I'm hoping it's better than Skyfall. Don't think it will be, but I'm hoping. I want your thoughts on the teaser trailer for Spectre, though, so I want some feedback. So drop me a comment in the comment section below. And for more news and reviews on movies, movie trailers, video games, and TV shows, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, hit the big red subscribe button, and welcome to my world.